Hey, so welcome back to our next week of summer English. This week we are going to work on revising our outlines and getting peer reviews and also our introduction paragraphs, which is what I'm going to talk about in this video. So to start, these are the three things that you need for an introduction paragraph. So you need a hook. So kind of like think about when, if you've ever been fishing and you're trying to catch a fish, you need a hook. Well, first of all, and then you have to put something on that hook that's going to make that fish bite. So a hook is essentially that. Something that's going to catch the reader so that they are hooked onto your essay. Then you need your background information. So your background information is when you have your topic. So if your topic is basketball, you need to include background information on what basketball is. So imagine as a reader, I have no idea what basketball is. I've never heard the word before. It's something brand new to me. What do I need to know about it in order to continue reading? And then you're going to have your thesis statement, which I'm going to show you here in a second, kind of how to work around and how to write, as well as a couple other tricks that I've used in the past. So I'm going to go over just a little bit more in depth how to do your intro paragraph. So right here I have everything that you might need in order to write each part of the intro paragraph. And then right here I have an example, and I'm just going to walk you through both as I go through it. So as I mentioned, a hook is a way to grab the reader's attention. So this could be an interesting fact, a statistic, maybe you can ask a question. There's several other things that you can include for it. So one thing to note though is the information is, if it's not your own, you have to cite it with an in-text citation. Meaning that if you read something or it's a specific date or a specific number or it's not your own or you paraphrase it, you have to do it with an in-text citation or else it's plagiarism. So here's my example. Ages ago, there was a screenplay writer who changed the path of how we interpret plays for centuries. So this is kind of my way of like intriguing the reader by not bluntly saying exactly what I'm talking about, but just like whoever I'm about to write this about is somebody that has a huge impact on the world. So the next thing I need to include is background information. So this is where there's a couple things you need to consider. So I always say, answer these questions: who, what, where, when, and why. If I read just your background information, I should kind of understand what your topic is, any like jargon, which is terms that might be important to that specific topic that I might need to understand before I read your paper. Again, go into the paper assuming your reader has never read or talked about this topic before. So what do they need to know? So here is my background information. The man that changed the pace of the game was William Shakespeare, and he is a well-known author who has published dozens of plays and sonnets. He is best known for his play Romeo and Juliet, where he has two teens fall hopelessly in love with one another. Shakespeare was around just under 400 years ago and is still being analyzed for his work today. So I mentioned who he was, maybe what he's known for, and when he was around. So just so that the reader can kind of understand those things from a glimpse. And then you have your thesis statement. This is a roadmap to your paper. Since you have an overall topic and 3 body paragraphs, you need to address what you plan to discuss in this paper. I would urge you to kind of follow a structure like this. So you'll put your topic here. So for some of you, it's going to be like somebody was arguing to discuss about anxiety. So here it just might say anxiety is something that is affecting millions of people all around the world, and then should be considered, or you don't have to use considered, but you could say understood or researched or talked about more because, and then you need to have the word because. And then I have these blank spots here because these are going to be where you put your body paragraph 1 topic, your body paragraph 2 topic, and then your body paragraph 3 topic. So let me show you in my thesis statement where you can see these things. Although he was around a long time ago and his work is immortalized, and his life, a long time ago, his work is immortalized, and his life story is one that influences future writers. So this one I have a little less specific, but you can tell from this paragraph that I'm going to talk about that he was around a long time ago. I'm going to talk about his work and his story and how it has influenced future writers. So those are the things I'm going to talk about in my specific essay. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. I tried to color code them so that you could see what I was talking about. If you have questions, please let me know, and I will look forward to seeing these on Thursday.